The changes accompany the trend of the times and makes changes in them. The right changes also create small echoes in these times. 140 years ago, the right changes described the coming era in eulogy on 9 and 9.
범백도도 유아사.
Hundreds of influential elegant scholars studying Confucianism.
청하일곡 방랑음.
Please listen to one of my songs of wandering verse. Back then, the so-called successful people who wielded influence in society were still Confucian scholars, who enjoyed studying the 4 Confucian classics and the Book of Changes, called the Classic for Kings. Compared to them, the author was just a rural scholar. And no matter how much he talked about the changing times, it would have been nothing but a wandering sound to those successful and confident people who didn't listen.
독서학력 선천사.
To read and to study changes changing life or the world was in the past.
국리수신 후인수.
Who will be the future king? To explore the essentials of life and practice for himself/herself? Leaders of the past learned the ways of the world, and led the changes in the flow of the world through reading. They would have studied the classics such as the Analects, Mencius, and the Book of Changes to gain insights into the world and its workings. Those books would have been their must-read books. However, the writer of the Right Changes predicted that this method would become an outdated way of understanding the world. Why? Because the world is changing. Because the world is evolving. He was right. The world has changed dramatically, and the old ways of learning are no longer sufficient. So we must learn the way newly and lead the world newly and differently. In the past, marriage and having children were considered natural and inevitable parts of life. They were often made based on social norms and expectations. However, in today's society, both have become increasingly viewed as personal choices. Diverse lifestyles are respected and acknowledged. People make these decisions based on their personal values, life goals, and economic circumstances. This shift reflects a broader trend of individuals taking greater control over their own lives and making decisions based on their own values and priorities. The notion that there is no fixed right answer in life, and this is my first time living, has become commonplace. This reflects the growing volatility of our lives, and the increasing diversity of lifestyles. In addition to the traditional 9-to-5 work schedule, various alternative work arrangements have emerged. People now have the flexibility to choose afternoon to midnight shifts, rest on weekdays, and work weekends, or tailor their work schedule to their individual circumstances. While it was uncommon to see foreigners in the past, they have become a part of our communities and neighborhoods. People with different cultures, values, and lifestyles coexist in society. The range of life choices has expanded significantly compared to the past. With the increase in life expectancy, people increasingly view life in terms of the first half and the second half of life. The second half of life presents an opportunity to explore new dreams, acquire new skills, and set new goals. Sometimes they may pursue previously deferred dreams with renewed hope. This diversity influences our thoughts and actions, ultimately shaping the direction of our lives. It is I who determines the course of my life, with my own thoughts, my own choices, and my own responsibility. I must continue to create this life today. How should I live to live well? What must I do to live a healthy and sound life? We constantly ponder and contemplate these questions in search of answers. After setting the course of our lives, it is crucial to manifest our inner thoughts through action. Through consistent action, we can transform ourselves into true masters of our lives. Who will be the future king? To explore the essentials of life and practice for himself/herself? Only those who deeply ponder, cultivate their mind and conduct with integrity, and put their beliefs into practice can become true leaders. Leading a just world is not easy, but it is not impossible. We are already striving to have a right mind and live a right life. Kung Lee Su Sin. Who will be the future king to explore the essentials of life and practice for himself/herself? Anyway, would you take a look at the letter Who? One of the most remarkable distinctions in the right changes is the use of letter Who. Who is a simplified word for who, meaning late, after, as well as a king, a queen. It's generally written as Sun Chun and Hu Chun, meaning pre-world and future world, former and latter world. But it's always written as Sun Chun and Hu Chun in the same pronunciation in the right changes. Two letters of those Hu have the same pronunciation, but Hu is generally used to mean a king or a queen, while Hu is used to mean late or after. Hu Chun, the latter world of the right changes, is not simply a world after the passage of time. It goes beyond a mere future world. It is a world based on the idea and practice of being the center and king of this society and this world. The philosophy of the right changes emphasizes the interconnectedness of individual and societal well-being. It asserts that our personal lives and our roles as members of society are not separate entities, but rather two sides of the same coin. This perspective gives rise to the concept of public good. Public good refers to a shared goal or value that benefits all members of society. Unlike the pursuit of individual interests, public good focuses on the collective development and well-being of the community. Examples of public good include ensuring that all members of society have access to quality education, providing healthcare services to enable everyone to lead healthy lives, preserving a clean environment for future generations. In light of the importance of public good, businesses are no longer solely focused on maximizing profits. They are increasingly recognizing the need to fulfill their social responsibilities by engaging in activities such as environmental protection, respecting human rights, and practicing ethical management. Just as profit-seeking companies make efforts to live together, there is also a good consumer movement that not only considers the price or quality of products, but also considers whether they are environmentally friendly products and boycotts unfair trade or unethical management companies. Transparency in information empowers both businesses and consumers to prioritize public good. By embracing the principles of the right changes and actively pursuing public good, we can create a more harmonious and prosperous society for all. However, regional, political, and economic selfishness still exists, and there are behaviors that disregard the inconvenience of other members of society and pursue only their own interests or power. To overcome this selfishness and create a society for all of us, We need the attitude of the king of this world to explore the essentials of life and practice for ourselves. The king of this world does not mean having flashy credentials or significant wealth, but rather thinking about and acting in a way that considers the whole and prepares for the future. A world composed of members who explore the essentials of life and practice for themselves will be a world of jung bong bong of the right changes, which means a world that is just, fair, and peaceful. To explore the essentials of life and practice for themselves is necessary for becoming a true king, and has the power to lead this society to a world of abundance and prosperity for all. A world where a gentleman like the author of The Right Changes explores the essentials of life and practices, a philosophy of introspection and action for the betterment of society, is a latter world of the right changes. The gentleman in this world embodies the philosophy of the right changes. He doesn't just contemplate, he actively seeks to understand the essentials of life, and translates that understanding into actions that benefit society. Imagine this gentleman influencing others. His introspection and purposeful actions could inspire a movement of self-improvement that strengthens the society's moral core. Let us become the king and queen of our lives, the protagonist of our own life's stage. Let us live our lives with purpose and agency. My precious life, my contemplation shapes my destiny. But contemplation alone is not enough. We must manifest it in reality, through our actions, through our practice. Yes, it is not easy. We know all too well that life is not always smooth sailing. No one can live my life for me, or give me the answers I seek. My life is mine to contemplate and mine to cultivate. I have to think for myself and cultivate myself. The time and effort I put in yesterday made me who I am today, and the effort I put in today will come back as a gift tomorrow. I hope you find a new life through contemplation and practice. I hope you turn your life around through contemplation and practice. This is the way to turn your life around. Please subscribe. Thank you.